In this video, I'll update you on my progress, discuss the difference between pain and discomfort, and why that's important. This is week 11 post-rotator cuff surgery. If you want to skip directly to the pain and discomfort topic, use the timeline track below to skip to that portion of the video. Upgrades this week were being able to put on a shirt normally with 2 outstretched arms, pulling up my pants with 2 hands, and this week I was able to use both hands and arms to take my first normal shower in almost 3 months. I was also able to move my arm above my head more easily than last week. The mobility movements and myofascial release I've been doing over the past 2 weeks has really been helpful with the tightness of my biceps tendon. I've continued to do the same strengthening movements from last week as well. To watch all of those details, check out the week 10 video by clicking the link in this corner, in the description below, or by searching the channel for week 10. I added 2 more movements this week: abducted internal rotation, neutral grip overhead presses with my arm directly against my torso. The goal is to maintain the same narrow path on the concentric and eccentric portion of that movement. These were significantly harder than the standard overhead presses. I see my surgeon next week. I'm hopeful he'll clear me for phase 3 of physical therapy. I've only seen my physical therapist for 3 sessions in phase 2, which will have been 6 weeks long by the time I see my surgeon next week. My physical therapist is really happy with my progress and said I'm ahead of where I need to be for week 12. He wanted me to bank my sessions because they're limited, so I did. Let's talk about pain. Notably, I won't be discussing chronic pain. That's outside of the scope of this video. We're all different when it comes to the way we experience and describe pain. It's so unique and individual to each person. It's virtually impossible to truly understand the pain someone else is going through. I will attempt to describe my pain through life experiences and my recovery. I'm sharing them to help you better differentiate your own pain and discomfort. So what's the difference between pain and discomfort? To me, pain is a warning sign that something needs to stop or change. Pain can include sharp or radiating pains, excessive swelling, long-term increased aches, soreness, or loss of mobility, and a host of other feelings. Pain is our body's alarm to help us avoid further injury. Like most of you, I've experienced pain many times in my life. My most recent experience with pain was with my injury 2 months prior to surgery. My fun job is being the head coach and program administrator for the alpine development teams at a major resort. It's an alpine race team. We ski fast and take chances. The day I was injured, I wasn't even on my skis. I was boot skiing. Boot skiing is just sliding on snow in your ski boots at very low speeds for short distances. I was helping maintain a race course and boot ski down to a B-nab, something that I've been doing for a long time, routine things. When slowing to a stop, I fell forward on the snow with my arm outstretched over my head. I felt and heard a loud pop. When I tried to use that arm, I felt acute sharp pains. This pain persisted for well over 2 months. I couldn't do most normal things without pain, especially when I tried to lift my arm above my head. Pain told me to stop everything I was doing with my right arm and shoulder, and I listened. I visited many healthcare providers, including a doctor of physical therapy, a chiropractor, and a medical doctor. I tried physical therapy, which didn't help as much as I had hoped. Along the way, I got a lot of diagnostic imaging, including x-rays, digital motion x-rays, an MRI, and an arthrogram. Unfortunately, none of it worked, and I consulted with a shoulder surgeon specialist. He gave me my options, but only the surgical option seemed promising to me. I lived with a good deal of continuous pain for many months prior to surgery. After surgery, my pain was manageable and didn't last long. Pain was never out of control, fortunately. If you want more information on that portion of recovery, check out the What to Expect After Rotator Cuff Surgery, the first 5 weeks video, which takes a deeper dive into initial recovery and has a series of graphs on pain, sleep, range of motion, etc. You can find that video by clicking in the corner below in the description or by searching this channel. I've been glad to be rid of that constant pain I felt prior to my surgery. In subsequent weeks post-surgery, I've had a lot of discomfort, but only brief periods of pain, which I'll describe shortly. Before I do, if you find this information helpful, or if you think that it will help others, like and subscribe. It helps get the information out to those who need it. To me, discomfort is a sign of growth, unfamiliarity, being challenged, and pushing limitations. Discomfort can include being tired, having sore muscles, feeling achy, and being uncomfortable, to describe just a few sensations. Discomfort is oftentimes necessary to elicit changes in the body so it can adapt and get stronger. Before my shoulder injury, I worked out a lot. I intentionally pushed my limits on a regular basis and consistently did things that most 53-year-olds just don't do, like handstand push-ups, wall walks, bar muscle-ups, and lifting heavy weights on a regular basis. When I did strength work, I would either push the load, intensity, timing, or volume. If, for example, I had a squat day and I could barely complete the workout because my legs were pushed to the limit, it was a great day. Having sore legs the next few days was additional confirmation. I intentionally put my body through discomfort because I knew it would help me get stronger. I would often push myself on workouts that involve cardiovascular response in conjunction with strength training. In CrossFit, that's called metabolic conditioning, or a Metcon, and they can absolutely make you very uncomfortable. If you push hard on a Metcon, it can be so uncomfortable your body tells you you can't keep going. If you push through that discomfort, you get better. If I'm dying after a workout, it was a success. It's not something that I do every day, but I know if I intentionally fatigue my muscles and cardiovascular system periodically, it makes me better. That's discomfort. By pushing my limitations, it breaks my body down, which makes me adapt and grow stronger, fitter, and more resilient. Once my body is broken down, it's essential I give it proper rest, nutrition, and hydration to recover. Many think the workout is where gains are made. It's not. The recovery phase is where the gains are actually made, but you have to break the body down in order to recover. But what about recovery from surgery? Is discomfort really necessary? In my opinion, yes. In most cases, it's absolutely necessary to achieve a good result. Our bodies have been broken down from a myriad of causes, such as trauma like I experienced, or wear and tear over time as two examples. Our surgeons help us take the first step to repairing that damage. When the time comes, it's up to us to go through discomfort through physical therapy in order to wake up those new repairs and make them stronger. Putting ourselves into discomfort is part of the recovery process. It's not easy or comfortable, but it's necessary. If you watch my videos, you may think I'm just cruising through recovery. What you don't see is behind the scenes when I'm consistently pushing through that discomfort. You don't get to see my day-to-day struggles. It's been difficult, but I know what it takes and I'm pushing through it. Trust me, I've experienced a lot of discomfort as I progressed over these 11 weeks. I've even experienced pain. My pain has come in different phases of recovery. The first was when I was working passive range of motion during the first 6 weeks. Sometimes when my arm was passively put into flexion, I felt a sharp pain in a certain range going overhead. I became a bit worried when it continued to happen again after working on an active assisted range of motion during week 7. The crazy thing is during week 8, I didn't have any sharp pains at all, doing the exact same thing. It took time, but my body adapted to that new thing I was asking it to do on week 7. On week 9, I experienced those same brief sharp pains again when trying to lift my arm over my head actively. Once again, those sharp pains almost completely went away on week 10. I haven't felt any sharp pains so far on week 11. I'm expecting the same cycle to continue once I start strength training. In other words, the pain I've experienced has been brief, but eventually has dissipated once my body had time to adapt. A common strategy I've used in my workouts and in my recovery that has really helped is strategically pushing, then resting. My healthcare team has given me limitations which I don't exceed. Even though I stay within those limitations, oftentimes I'll use the maximum volumes to push myself. For example, this past week, I did the max prescribed volume twice daily for 4 days in a row. The last session, on that 4th day, I could feel my shoulder was super tired. So I gave it a break for a full day, only doing light mobility. After that day of rest, on my next strength session, my shoulder felt so much stronger, like a lot stronger, and a lot better. Things were easier, and my shoulder felt great. It made a huge difference for me. I'll go over why that happens in future videos. The point is, stay within the limitations your healthcare team gives you, be smart about how you train, and allow you to repair proper rest. Yes, it takes time and practice, but if you listen to your body, you will know when to push and when to rest. Once you get that down, it will help you a lot. To summarize, if you experience extended periods of pain, excessive swelling, or loss of mobility, those are most likely signs you've pushed too hard. Either stop all activity or lower the volume and/or intensity for 1 to 2 days, and you'll likely feel better. If your symptoms persist, contact your healthcare team. It's normal to experience brief periods of pain when we're doing something new or more challenging, but that pain should be brief and dissipate as our body adapts. If you're in constant pain, stop. But learning to smartly push through your discomfort will help you succeed in recovery. If you're experiencing discomfort and a little pain here and there, you're totally normal. Discomfort is a part of the process, so expect it and embrace it. Implement rest days if your body needs it. Recover with good nutrition, hydration, and sleep to maximize your potential. You've got this. I promised you a workout, but this video is long enough, so I'll be releasing the workout in a separate video soon. Keep your eyes out for it. That's all I've got for you now. See you soon.